So, over the last 2 years, you as an insurance agent have been dealing with a lot of rate hikes in policy rates. So, we're going to talk today about some smart marketing moves that you can be making in this rising policy rate environment. So, in this video, a few things we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the economic impact on insurance agents of these policy rate hikes. We're going to be looking at customer retention strategies. We'll talk about innovative customer acquisition techniques, adapting to market changes and regulatory updates. We'll also look at leveraging technology to gain a competitive advantage. And we'll talk about agility and being client focused. And so, hopefully, with some of these things put together, will help you really navigate and thrive even if you find yourself on the receiving end of some of these policy rate hikes and you've got customers that are calling you because they've just opened their renewal statement and got a little bit of sticker shock. So let's talk about the impact of increasing policy rates. Of course, economic conditions have led to banks tightening monetary policies. Now, we're in an election year, and of course, most of us have guessed that at some point the Fed would start to release interest rates. That tends to happen during election cycles, and the Fed is saying they're going to do that in September. But whether they do or not is kind of irrelevant to this conversation. Tightening monetary policies and increasing policy rates are what they have used to combat inflation. So, with those rate hikes, that has impacted the profitability of the insurance sector. As you know, most insurance companies are using bonds as a big part of their portfolio to pay claims. And so anything that happens with interest rates has a huge effect on the financial status of an insurance company. And so, with that, there are opportunities that come around as well. So, higher interest rates do allow insurance businesses to offer products with more substantial interest rate guarantees on the annuity side. And then, of course, during these high inflation periods, clear and proactive communication with your customers about rate changes is absolutely critical. And so let's talk about how do you enhance, how do you retain your customers, how do you keep them in your book of business. And so customer satisfaction has to be a top priority for you as an agent, and you want to focus on retention strategies that are going to work. So first and foremost is be proactive in your client communication. That means you can't be hiding under your desk. You can't be avoiding the phone calls. Be proactive. Get ahead of the bad news. Regularly provide clients with updates on products and services that are personalized to meet their needs. And also be proactive. If you know bad news is coming down the pike, get out in front of it. Hey, listen, there's a rate hike coming. Need to make you aware of that. Here are some things we can do to mitigate that. And part of that is being educational. Provide educational content. Keep clients informed about policy changes and then help them understand their policies better through educational content. And remind them of things they can do to save money on their policies. Safe driving discounts, multi-policy discounts, anything you can do to help them maximize their efficiency in their policies is value added. And that's our next point. You want to provide value added services, offer additional services such as financial planning or risk assessments that are going to add value to them as a customer of your agency. And then you can also use client loyalty programs. Implement rewards programs to your long-term clients, offer discounts for bundling multiple policies, and then use personalized customer service. So be sure and train your staff to deliver high quality, personalized service And then use your CRM system to track the interactions and the preferences of your client base. And that way you've got a much more custom tailored concierge approach to dealing with your book of business. Then we also want to talk about innovative customer acquisition techniques. So adopt innovative digital marketing strategies to attract new clients to your book of business, because here's the good news in a rising policy rate environment. Everybody is shopping for better rates. And so just as much as you are seeing churn in your book of business, so is everybody else. And that means there are a lot of households in motion. And because of that, you want to use innovative customer acquisition techniques to go after those households that are in motion. So effective techniques are going to include search engine optimization and pay-per-click advertising. Those really are some of the backbone things you're going to use. Use those to promote services in the search engines and get high visibility in the search engines to attract new clients. Use social media marketing to leverage the social media platforms to reach a broader audience than who your current audience is. And then use referral programs to encourage your current customers and your referral partners to refer new clients, and then reward successful referrals. People who have been good referral partners, reward them for that. Send them a gift basket. Do something nice for them. Partnerships and networking. This is really important. Collaborate with local businesses, community organizations, participate in local events, sponsor community activities, find new partners, promote services, look for ways to get in front of somebody else's audience. So look for those strategic joint venture partnerships that you can leverage and take advantage of. And then, of course, look for targeted advertising opportunities. Analyze your statistics and identify target audiences and create ads tailored to different demographics and the specific needs of those demographics, and then deploy those ads and really laser target your audience with a very specific message custom tailored to that audience. Of course, you want to keep abreast of market changes and regulatory updates and then adapt to those particular items. So stay updated on the industry trends and regulatory changes, and then as you're aware of those changes, incorporate those into your marketing strategy. Make sure that your strategies comply with the new regulations and educate your clients on how those changes are going to affect their policies and how they interact with you and your company. And then, of course, leverage technology to give you that competitive advantage, because technology is going to play a significant role in the success of your agency. So some strategies that you can be implementing is effective customer relationship management using a CRM. Use your CRM systems to manage your client data and your interactions. That CRM is only as good as the data you give it. It's only as good as the amount of usage that you give it. So be sure and put it to use. Use the automation within your CRM. Most CRMs today are extremely robust in their follow-ups and automation as far as their reminders. A lot of them will send out automated text messages, emails, things of that nature. They may have a webhook that will send out a postcard or send out a gift or something of that nature. And so you can use those automations to your advantage to increase your customer engagement and create additional brand awareness. You want to analyze your marketing campaign efficiency and look for things like open rates, click-through rates, call-through rates, identify industry trends and opportunities, and then also look at mobile app data and look at the usage-based data for your products and services. What's being used most, what's being shopped for the most, what are you getting the most questions on, what are those frequently asked questions. Use that kind of data as well to inform your marketing decisions. In fact, you always want your marketing to be data driven. Don't go by emotion or feel or your best guess. Let the data always determine what your next best step is. So to wrap this up, remember that the impact of increasing policy rates is that a lot of households are in motion, and so it's going to be critical for you to enhance your customer retention strategies. It's going to be critical for you to be very innovative in your customer acquisition, but remember, a lot of households are in play. So the more innovative you become, the better off you're going to be. This is a time not to scale back. It's really a time to actually expand your customer acquisition efforts, because so many households are in motion, and you want to leverage that technology to have successful campaigns. Let the data be your driver. If we can help you develop a strategy for your agency, be sure and schedule a strategy session with our team, and we look forward to talking with you soon.